don't have to focus on any cameras. Just focus on y'all two and just being real.
Singing?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to sing some Titanic.
Katie and Dave, part 3. So today we're here. This is more of my traditional attire when I'm treating clients sometimes, and then this is more of Dave's traditional attire. If you can tell, he is in his, lean forward there, sir. He is straight up looking like his professional role that he is as an officer. Talked about this previously. Dave has been on the force a few years. He's slightly ahead of me in school, a couple of years older.
28. How old are you?
37.
37. You might want to go back to school, learn math. But you older than me.
So the point of this video today is for Dave to show people how real he actually is. So if you really want to see some real, people say that about me. I think sometimes that I'm real or whatever else, and I try to have that transparency as well. I highly respect Dave that he wants to do this. As a medical provider, there is some hesitancy with this, but I also understand the advocacy piece with this to where Dave is serving in a very respected advocacy role here by being vulnerable with clients. So Dave has shared his story some, talking about some PTSD aspects that he does have. Or not even to say PTSD, we'll take labels off, just to say some effects of trauma. Just when you go through that stuff, sometimes it all kind of hits us. And sometimes, it helps, there's some display behavioral stuff, but there's also sometimes display functional stuff. So it's a very evolving field, which we appreciate. Thank God it's evolving.
Yes, yes.
But neurologically speaking, there's a displayment of behavioral and there's a displayment of functional. I think we all know that if we break it down a little bit with those aspects. So, people are talking a lot about inflammation, cerebral inflammation and stuff like that. So, to say that Dave is a hero of mine would be an understatement. I think Dave is trying to be an advocate for other people. I think it's extremely admirable. And two, he's been through the system, right? So, when we all go through those hellacious waters sometimes, what we want to do is be advocates for others, so those others don't have to go down those same hellacious paths, because we know how it feels when you're going down that. So today, Dave is not only being vulnerable to show you a lot of the things that he goes through sometimes, but he's also trying to bring advocacy to the police force, because there's a lot of police officers that do need help. And it's not a weakness to say you need help by any means, but it sure feels like it.
In my profession, yeah. I mean, we unfortunately will tend to see it as a sign of weakness. It's a not easy mold to break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and that's anybody, right? It's anybody, all that comes across with. So I think one of the biggest things with Dave, when he's struggling sometimes with the symptoms of trauma, even if it is inflammation, even though behaviorally he feels okay, it's more the functional piece sometimes to where, speech comes out to where, it's hard to, the stuttering aspect, to get over that hump, or to see this leg shaking, or this shaking right here, because that's the cycle, right? That's what mood does, is it cycles. That's what the brain does, it cycles.
Yeah, it's no control over it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
sucks.
Yeah, and it's got its own mind. This is me with hitting bottom.
Mm-hmm. And Dave and I, we've known each other now for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And what we're both learning is, that we all have individual patterns. We evolve, right, based on all this stuff, functionally and behaviorally, to where The nice thing about it, let's put it this way, the nice thing about all of this that Dave's experiencing right now is it's a pattern that we're starting to see. It's a pattern that we're starting to address more effectively because everybody has their own individual pattern. And the really neat thing with ketamine is it breaks this.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I did this for a reason. I won't do it again. Because it's been a while since I've got this far because we.
Because you wanted to be an app, you wanted to.
Right. But
be vulnerable,
we've also figured out
what works.
What works now. You know, you have monkey wrenches where something triggers. Maybe after 3 weeks, and that's something that I've had to learn. Just, you know, if we're going to go every 6, that doesn't mean that sometimes something's going to happen that maybe has to cause you to come back earlier.
You're right. I think that's a really good piece. I think talking about that. One, long-term, yes. So long-term, we look at our long-term stuff, right? You know, that's why we go annually, I guess, to our primary care as we're supposed to, you know, to get the annual checkup with things. But then, right, you're right. Sometimes you have to go, even primary care. We all understand primary care. You're supposed to go annually for annual stuff. But sometimes things come up, right? We get sick, we get high blood pressure, you get in an accident, and you got to go earlier. So you're right, Dave. It's categorizing what's your long-term versus your short-term. And then the short term is we all get triggers. We all do. Period. End discussion. We all have triggers. What are triggers? Triggers are something. It could be a moment of deja vu. And that sometimes is a positive one versus a negative one. It could be something that reminds us from the past that we just don't understand necessarily. And what that does is it triggers an emotion. And then sometimes those emotions will start to take over and we lose our objectivity. And when those emotions take over, sometimes, you know, we have trouble sleeping.
Yeah. The nightmares. No sleep.
Nightmares, sleep paralysis, anxieties, irritability, anger, yeah, and that's anxiety. A lot of times, it's the anger stuff. You can recognize that, and it's the thought of feeling out of control. That you want to control the situation, especially being a frontline responder, first responder. You know, a lot of times, even as medical providers, we walk into a situation, and it's out of control, right? And we're trained to control it. That's very similar with veterans as well. We walk in expecting that we are going to control it. So that's all we know, right? Even as an officer, every day you go in, it's a situation that may change like that.
Oh, it's never the same.
Mm-hmm. Never the same there, but you've been trained to walk into a situation that's out of control and to establish control.
Oh, you always take control of the situation.
Right.
You can't fix it if you don't have control of it.
Mm-hmm. And then when you're feeling this way, you're starting to feel out of control, and then it just makes it harder because I feel out of control and I'm trying to re-establish control, and then this situation's already out of control, and then it's just like a big old storm of.
Well, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. I can't fix this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried.
I know. I smile at you because I know you tried.
I mean,
Dave and I used to argue on every almost statement, going back and not argue. We discussed it, right? We discussed all this. That's how we've learned a lot about trauma, symptoms of trauma. Both of us have learned about this.
Yeah.
You know, with all this stuff. So what we've seen, you know, is trauma. What coincides? What 4 things go together? Trauma, anxiety, depression, suicidality. Let's put 5 things. Suicidality and also insomnia. So a lot of people, when they have symptoms of depression or symptoms of anxiety or trauma symptoms, or they can't sleep, look at those 5 things. It's pretty darn, like, unfortunately in medicine, sometimes we talk about one diagnosis and there's one diagnosis that goes under this. What we're seeing is this lovely piece of Oz up here with the brain. When it starts going down its own path, then you get these 5 things: anxiety, depression, suicidality, PTSD, insomnia. And they're all together, and it feels like a big old storm.
Yeah, I think the all together is right, because I mean I can go from what you would say anxiety to just extreme depression in a matter of seconds. Yeah, and for me the lack of sleep just compounds it so much, because if I'm not sleeping, my mind's just racing.
Well, and you think about sleep too. When you sleep good, that's when our brains process. This is when we dream, we process all that stuff. And so if he's not sleeping, and then you're feeling like this, and you just lay down and you're sitting there, all night, and you're trying to sleep, but it's one of those restless nights of sleep, then things start stacking, until you can break the cycle. So, we talk about breaking the cycle. That's what Dave looks forward to with participating with these infusions, is because this is exhausting.
Yeah, and the thing about the infusion though, they scare me. I mean, I'm excited, but it's not easy. I mean, the last one trucked me. I mean, it kicked my butt. But it's the only thing. I mean, I can't live it like this. And for us, I mean, this is not something that
is sustainable.
Well, no.
Right. Without effective.
Yeah. But I didn't just start here. I mean, I've unfortunately had to go through the not pleasant parts of mental health sometimes, from a treatment standpoint, to find something that worked. And I don't mean any disrespect to people I've met along the way, but not just work, but the people respect what they're doing to help you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I think that's one reason why you want to be an advocate for people, is because right, you went to several therapists, you went to hospitals, like, and you've had to work, not only on the medical side, but also, advocating for yourself as a police officer, because you've served several years, and you've sacrificed a lot, serving as a law enforcement officer, to where what you're trying to do, I feel like, is to establish hope. And not only that, hope for others. Right?
I hope I'm not doing this for nothing.
I hear you.
I mean, honestly, this is a place I can't go to. It's horrible.
Right. Well, but it's hope. You're not only establishing hope. You've got hope, right? Revitalization brought you hope.
No.
But you're trying to show others, like, listen, there's more out there than what we initially know sometimes, to where, maybe they don't have to take all those steps that you had to take initially, in order to get there quicker.
Yes.
More effectively.
I mean, so over a year before I finally I talk to you, and within three visits, it was a relief. It was realizing what it used to be like.
And not knowing what could stop it.
Yeah.
And I think that's
We hadn't found, and I've tried. I mean, bounced on so many medications. Just there's no miracle medicine yet. You know, they haven't found that one that just works. You know, as my therapist says, we know one thing that works.
Yeah, we do. And the neat thing about it too is we know the pattern that it works in. So what that tells us.
Well, you've done that. I'll give you credit for that.
It was a hard one. I had to earn that one.
Yeah, she has. No, nobody probably will ever. Well, yeah, there's some, but most people never will earn what they're worth wise and stuff. So you value your money, and one thing I had to realize is my mental health came first. It wasn't something I could say, I can go another month, you know, save a little more money or whatever.
I think everybody has their breaking point, and then you have to value. Like,
but I've learned that money should never be the reason. There's ways you can, if as I say all the time, if you could just get my mind right now for 10 minutes, and then get in at 10 minutes after a treatment, you'd pay $1 million for it.
Well, yeah. And I think that's a good point, Dave. So, like when you say the money aspect, yeah, you know, I mean, financially, sure, when people get binded with that, and I think that's one big piece, you know, with Revitalists, where we're accepting the insurance aspects to try to
huge
help to gain additional access with that, and then also the partnership that we have with Community Change. So, if you want to know about Community Change, I incorporated it, but it was this guy's idea right here. It all came from Dave mentioning that you had worked like 28 out of 30 days or something.
I was working all I could
to try to afford the treatments. Dave said, why don't you just start a nonprofit? So it's what I did, because it's what you do, right? That's the point of this, is to try to help access, everybody to gain access. So. When people say, I can't afford it, I think it's a good point, Dave. When people say, when you look at the financial stuff, there are options out there. Not only that, but, there's an advanced care card. There's something called Walnut, Hello Walnut. And there's also something called MLend. So these are all financing places that, we do 0% APR. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to finance that for my, for my health, but we'll finance it for a car, for a phone, for a refrigerator, but we don't value ourselves as much as we should. We're entitled, though. We don't value.
Well, we won't think twice about it if we break a leg. It's no different.
You're right.
You have to heal both, and to me, I'd rather have a broken leg than a broken mind.
But but if they both function, I mean, that's what we're working on, is saying, hey, they both function the same way, right? I mean, you got to heal the leg, you got to heal the brain.
Yeah. You can't put that doesn't take priority over this. They're both equal.
I always tell people, this is Oz. This is Oz. We get coming to the front, right? Yeah. We have no idea how much control Oz has until Oz starts acting up.
That's the whole thing, and I never respected the brain. I took it for granted, until it showed me what it can do, what can happen.
Yeah.
Now, you don't take normal for granted.
You're right. And you're in the storm too, right?
Yeah.
And when you're in the storm, you feel it.
Yeah.
It sucks. So, so I, I'm very proud of you for being vulnerable.
I hate being vulnerable.
But you're showing, you're advocating for the better of everyone, and I highly admire and respect you for that.
Oh, and you're here.
You are my hero.
You're my guardian angel. But we've worked hard for me not to go to this place.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it's a learning curve, right?
Oh.
You've learned a lot. That's the neat thing. So when we're looking at this, being neurologically speaking, you're seeing it's not going to be like, well, I hope it doesn't come up in a year, or I hope it doesn't come up in a week. I mean, you're starting to notice that the symptoms that you do have are around 6 to 8 weeks ish. That is something that we're noticing a lot with people that are in frontline workers. It's about 6 to 8 weeks sometimes to where these symptoms may start coming back. But then, do you wait too long sometimes? Sure. But the neat thing about it is, when you still get an infusion and you do wait a longer time, it still breaks it.
Yeah.
And it's aggressive, right? I mean, that's the thing about it is, a lot of things, when we take these pills, sometimes they may help one way, they may make a side effect worse, they may help to suppress the symptoms some, but they don't break the cycle of it. And that's what you get, I think, when you get relief from having these infusions. It breaks the cycle. You get to sleep. Your anxiety goes down. You start playing more golf. You get to do all that stuff. You're probably not as good as a golfer as I am, but close.
I think with you and I question all the time. Why was I having to come back so often? It wasn't that it wasn't working, but why can I be one of these people that went a year before? Like am I failing? Am I not? I put this uniform on five days a week, and I start shaking, putting it on. That's why I'm back every 6 to 8 weeks, because I stay in the environment. So it's one day I'll find out truly how long I can go without a booster, but I don't like this feeling. So I'm thankful I've got somewhere to get rid of it at, and we didn't know that was going to be possible or not. So,
especially when you first met me.
She's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it
took some time to learn that you were right. I was wrong.
It's such a trust thing with me, and I've always said this. I've never felt like it was about the money with you guys. It was about how can we push him to where he doesn't come back for a while. It's always never never had a conversation with you where you were complacent. You were always thinking. You're always thinking about things that we can do to maybe improve that next time, or prolong that next time. I just go back to my first bad experience with trying to get help, and saying it was just a puppy mill. They just got you in, looked at a chart real quick, said we're going to start you on this medicine, and sent you out the door. And as a prideful person that didn't go well, and if I can't trust you, then I can't deal with you, because you're putting your life in. I put my life in your hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that's a big piece, and I think that's what we want to do at Revitalist, and you know that, you know, have the person feel like a person still, you know, not a number, not institutionalized. You want to keep that sense of community up, you know, and if you talk about community, who knows the community the most? Law enforcement officers. You're out there in it, right? I mean, you get to see that. Unfortunately, you know, I've been involved in traumas and stuff like that, you know, at the hospital setting, but usually when they come in, you know, to the operating room or the ICU where I worked routinely, you know, they were kind of already packaged up, right? So I was kind of, even though I was front line of the hospital, I was second line, you know, from going from environmental to hospitals. And I think a lot of times, you know, we don't realize a lot of the frontline stuff that our officers do see, or our paramedics, you know, hose draggers, firefighters. But I don't think that we understand the significance of when you walk in on a scene, and how, when you're the first person on that scene, how truly traumatic that could be.
Yeah, because you don't know. You only know the basic details of the call, which may be attempt murder suicide. Well, it doesn't prepare you for what you see when you walk in that door, and what no one should see it.
Right. Well, and I think looking at the community stuff right now, where there is so much, you know, hatred towards officers, and then officers, you know, sometimes they behave correctly, sometimes they behave incorrectly. I think it's something that we want to do at Revitalist, is to help both sides, right? Because
because both sides need help.
Right. And you know, and not either side's right, not either side's wrong. You know, we've got some good officers, we've got some bad officers, we've got some good community, we've got some bad community. But how do we stay in the middle? How do we integrate that? How do we hear people? You know, do officers act, you know, inappropriately and accordingly sometimes? Sure. You know, but is that in medicine as well? Absolutely. It's anything you go to, right? But you know, the more we can step up and we can be advocates, and you know, I think that's a huge piece that Dave's doing today. Is to step up and be an advocate and say, hey, I'm a well-respected officer. I've sacrificed almost 30 years of my life for my community, and I'm asking for help, and I'm getting help. Has it been a hard road with a lot of, you know, blocks and dams in the middle that you've had to go here, and then, you know, you're almost traumatized from certain treatment aspects, and you had to shift, and you had to figure out the financial stuff. I mean, you've been down a road that's hard. And, you know, and I always tell people, it's like when things are hard in life, that's when you feel the weakest.
Yeah, and you know, you throw a pandemic in there, and then we're going out, and then it's a silent, unseen thing, and then you come home and you look at your family and you think, did I get exposed today?
Similar with nurses. I don't know
Right. So then that starts your anxiety and stuff, you know. And then me with you was am I going to be able to get a treatment? Because I always had to answer that question. Have you been in contact with anybody, or might have been in contact with anybody in the last 14 days?
Yes.
More than likely, yes. So
that doesn't apply to frontline and medical people. We're exposed to everything.
You know, lot of things that I was trying to do at the time, like with the neurologist stuff. I was having to reschedule because they wouldn't see me, and that scared me with you guys, and it was like.
Right. Well, and that's a neat thing. So the neat thing about right is, you know, we never close, right? I mean, but we're not 24 hours, right? But
I mean, you're like, well, we'll put you outside in our little area outside if that makes you feel comfortable.
Right.
You know, but it also shows that I have to. I mean, I need people to understand it's not an addiction to the ketamine. It's an addiction to the normal feeling.
And recognizing that it does break, you know, the trauma
It
aspects.
stops it.
And it's also a natural anti-inflammatory, not like NSAIDs or Advil or whatever else. It's just it decreases the inflammation in our brain, inflammation, swelling, or whatever else. They're trying to figure out, you know, what happens with that, right? I mean, so, you know, any type of virus that we get, so the flu is a viral strain, strep, you know, that's a viral strain. All these things, you know, are viruses, and they cause inflammation, they cause swelling, and all this other stuff. So ketamine is, not only has it been proven to decrease the swelling, to decrease the behavioral stuff, but it also decreases something called a cytokine storm. And that's the big piece, like, big words again, sorry.
Yeah.
But the cytokine storm, when you're looking at COVID, COVID was, if people had a cytokine storm, that would be when the body just started destroying itself, kind of thing. So people who did well with COVID, their cytokine storms, they were able to break the cytokine storm. So they've actually proven that with ketamine, that they can break a cytokine storm, which is just all body inflammation. So there's so much, you know, I mean, fortunately for you, going down all this path, we have rapidly progressed to where we've got you, we know a pattern for you to help you sustain, you know, the your current quality of life and things like that you've got going on, minus right now. But
choice.
Your choice, that's correct.
Yeah. Let's make that clear.
I was highly opposed to this.
This was my choice. Bad choice. But I read. I take so much offense to people prejudging and saying, oh, it's a narcotic. They're just wanting to get high.
Right.
When I come out of my treatment, I want that all gone, because I want to take that deep breath and my mind just be at peace.
Right. It disconnects emotions from what you're going on.
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm trying to get to.
Mm-hmm. And it's not. If anyone's wondering, it is not a narcotic. I did see that comment on Facebook the other day. It is not a narcotic. It is a Schedule III drug, and it's a non-narcotic actually. And nor is ketamine a hallucinogenic given at the dosages that we're giving it. You can make it a hallucinogenic, yes, but that's actually double the dose as to what the initial recommendation is for the brain regeneration, the new brain growth.
You make
Dave
anything
thinks I'm
bad.
Probably the smartest person in the world with my vocabulary.
She is. I'm not met my future friend yet, but she broke the what was the term for black? I said black and white.
Stuff.
No. What's the medical?
Rumination.
Rumination. It's a dog with a bone, not wanting to give up the bone.
Dog with the bone. You know who that was? That was a forensic psychologist.
Yeah.
Way
That's going to
smarter than me.
be my best friend, because she breaks it down better than.
Dog with the bone. Yeah, you're right. That was good. So anyway, this is 33 minutes. All right. So we'll wrap it up. Dave and Katie, part 3.
It's not been as fun.
Next time coming up, you're going to see Dave after he has effectively addressed this.
Which will be neat.
Then he will look back to his athletic status. And if you all need autographs, he will be able to give them to you.
Yeah,
They'll be much less shaky.
Yeah,
They'll be much streamlined.
This is me, right. This is how I get.
Yeah.
Can't fake it.
Yep. So anyway, like Dave said, he said a lot of good points here. One, advocate for yourself. You know, if you don't have that, we'll help advocate for you. Cost-wise, I think that's a big piece that we all can look at with that stuff. Again, it's something that we're trying to address with this on several layers. Two, if you're an officer, a frontline worker, and you feel like something just doesn't feel right, you should reach out with that stuff too. Same thing with veterans. Same thing with anybody. Anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a 12-year-old and you're out there advocating for yourself. Just advocate for you. I think as an officer, I think that it's hard to ask for help sometimes. And I think people, if anybody ever wanted to talk to Dave, as he always says, he's always here for you.
Yes.
But anyway, this is our part 3. So we'll come back with part 4 soon. Got any questions, comments? You can do those below, and we'll answer them.
Yeah.
Simple or way overly medical? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.